Our initial concept is actually quite simple when you look at the surface of it. It's the concept's a mixture of performance and narrative. We follow a character as he tries to sort of break free from his monotonous lifestyle in the sort of suburban areas. We follow the sort of quite dull down tones and colours of a normal lifestyle, and we try and portray it as a boring lifestyle almost, and we do it by contrasting the rest of the video.
Okay, so after discussing as a group, we decided on the rock/indie rock genre, and started with Brian Storm by the Arctic Monkeys. We chose the song because it's rock, and rock allows for easy performance because of the pace of the songs and the beat of the song. Also, the lyrics of the song enable a narrative, and both of these, rock and performance and narrative, are things we want to do, so we chose Brian Storm for that reason, so we could do both. It also suits, the lyrics suit the ideas we've had, which will be discussed later in the PowerPoint. The video for Brian Storm is solely performance and no narrative, which basically means we don't have any fear of copying the video.
So where will it take place? We hope to take the video mostly to an urban setting, since Ed said that's going to be quite mundane and repetitive. We want the place where he goes to be portrayed as dangerous and safe at the same time, due to the two personalities of the stories, one of the guy's mundane, boring life and one of the nightlife and his excitement. We want these two sort of stories to juxtapose and contrast with each other, and the stories of a man who's stuck at home in a monotonous lifestyle, as Ed said, and he wants to sort of break free, and so who's our target audience? Ideally, teenagers. The Arctic Monkeys started up in around early 2000s, so their demographic's not really 80s rock or 90s, it's quite modern. So we probably fit into indie teenagers, or generally they're quite popular at the moment. They've got a few songs in the top 50s. So target audience is still a niche though. I think pop is the dominating genre at the moment. So we're going to have to sort of jump straight in and hope that it works out quite well for us. By going for a niche, hopefully we'll broaden it and show some people things that have never been seen before. So we have the chance to really make the video more evident to a bigger or wider demographic. We asked in our audience research about apparel and got some answers for rock fashion. So we're going to represent our video in terms of dress in more of a sort of punk rock sort of way, with leather jackets, ripped jeans, that sort of thing.
So you could also say that the clothing itself is going to juxtapose from his initial clothing in his home, from why it's kind of monotonous and when he goes onto the streets.
Okay, so obviously in the video there's going to be two sort of types of people we're going to be focusing on. Obviously the main character, who's the one that's sort of breaking out from conformity, but also we see a glimpse of the band. So the main character he starts out quite normal, like a stereotypical sort of your average guy, and that's going to be represented through sort of dull colours in a house. And the types of clothing he's going to wear, such as like dull jumpers and sort of just boring blank clothing. The location is going to be in sort of your average sort of flattened house, which again the colour is going to be quite dull and drab, representing sort of nothing eccentric. At this point he's going to be seen as a drug user. That's going to be indirectly shown, not by actually showing him taking drugs, but by giving hints as to his actions to suggest he has. Once he's broken out from conformity, we're going to represent him to be quite eccentric and sort of in a way stand out from the crowd by wearing something such as a t-shirt and a tie. Now obviously they don't go together, so that he ultimately can stand out from that. And then onto the band, again we're trying to get the band to imitate the Arctic Monkeys, so we're going to dress them in a way which is sort of stereotypical of an indie rock band to suggest that idea. Props, they're going to have a full sort of drum kit and guitar, which is what obviously the Arctic Monkeys do. And with the editing, we hope to make the editing quite sort of quick and up pace, which goes in time with sort of the beat of the song.
There's a point down here that Schmidt didn't go over, which says direct illustration of the lyrics, tie and t-shirt. There's a line of the lyrics which goes something like t-shirt and tie. It talks about t-shirt and tie, so we're going to collaborate that into the video. So when it talks about that in the lyrics, then we show that on the character. Do you have any questions? No questions?
How come you don't? What if the audience doesn't know he's a drug user?
Well, it's an ambiguity. If they don't, they don't.
It's just we're going to give
It's not necessary to create a storyline. It's more of a sort of
It's as I said, indirect. So
another level.
if they want to take that out, they can take that out.
I think you should cut it.
That's fine.